Hello and welcome to Stash Bash, which is a new monthly class for UK scrappers. Over the course of the year there'll be 12 prompts, or 12 months worth of prompts, each with 4 to 5 individual prompts within them. And over the course of the year the plan is to make 50 layouts and to totally bash your stash. I have got so much stash, I don't know what to do with it all. In fact, I'm about to move house and going through the amount of stuff that I've got that I haven't used yet is just incredible. So my aim is to use some of the existing things I currently have. I will never put myself on a stash diet. I will never stop myself buying more stash, but I would like to make a dent in what I have currently got so that I don't feel so guilty every time I do buy something new. I thought in this video I thought I would go through the kit that I've pulled out for myself to use throughout this year. I thought I'd start off by going through some old kits. I used to subscribe to the Studio Calico kits, and I have been using them, but I have many sat in a drawer unused. So I went through all of my remaining kits. There was about I don't know, 10 perhaps left. And I've pulled out everything that was in those kits. So that's where I'm starting. In this slot there are 45 sheets of pattern paper. There's rather a lot there. That's the gold foiled ones, that's look pretty, but on the whole there, some of them are very boldly patterned, like that one, which I don't really like. This is a bold pattern that I do really like, and then there are quite a lot of just not neutrals but fairly plain backgrounds, such as that one there, which would be really good for a background. That one there is nothing particularly special, would be good for a background. Same as that pink one there. There's a cross-stitched one here which I really don't like, but the back is okay, it's fine. So that was where I started. Just pulled out all of the papers that were in those leftover kits that I haven't touched yet. So there's 45 sheets there. Within those kits there are also a few sheets of cardstock that haven't been used yet. So there's about 6 there, I think, something like that, or 8. So they're there. They're not, I don't plan to use much card at all throughout this year, but they were in the kit, so I pulled those out too. I also have, as well, if I'm going to plan to make 50 layouts, 45 sheets of paper won't be enough, so I needed some more. I also have a whole ton of collection packs. I've pulled out 3 of those that I'm going to add to this collection of papers. I'm not planning to keep the collections all together. I plan to just pull them out of their packaging, put them in with this pile and rifle through them and pick out whatever it is that that goes with what I'm planning to scrap. So I have the Darling Dear Collection Pack Studio Calico. I've definitely used some of this already, but there's quite a lot in here that I haven't, and I think there is a sticker sheet. There it is. So I have some alphas and a few little embellishments on there too. But there's 2 of every sheet of paper in here. So I think there's 2 anyway, maybe not. So yeah, this definitely needs using. I had it for a while, and I love it actually. It's really nice paper, so really nice pattern. So that is going to come out and go with my kit. Yeah, there are definitely repeats in there. So that's another set. This is the Dear Lizzie Fit and Frolic. I find that the Studio Calico kits, some of them can be quite dark. Quite a lot of the papers can be quite dark and not to my taste. I much prefer pretty pinks, light colours, bright, that kind of thing. So I thought a Dear Lizzie Fit and Frolic pad would be excellent contrast to what is in that kit already. So this, I don't think I've used any of this paper, so there should be another 18 sheets in here. Doesn't look like there's repeats. It's not 2 of each sheet or anything like that, which is good. Love all of these, or most of them. I'm sure I'll find one I don't like, but I love most of those. So I will use those too. There's a sheet of stickers in there, so I'll put those with the original alphabet stickers to one side for now. Then I have this kit here, which is also quite dark. That's why I haven't really used it. It's My Mind's Eye, who I love, but it's one of their, I think, Miss Caroline collection. I've cut a little bit from there, but not used very much of it otherwise. It was a value collection kit, so it was, I think it's at the end of lines that they package up and sell as a value kit. So there was several repeats in each paper. I have used some of it, but not a lot, so like I don't really like that, and the tickets are a bit specific to use for a background, so I've just struggled a bit with using these. I have attempted to on many occasions. I do have some photos actually just popped into my mind from a recent holiday that might be okay with this. We went to a fair type thing, so that possibly might go with those tickets. So okay, so that's something that I can go with. So anyway, there's another good few sheets of paper there. Obviously that's a partial sheet. So that is the paper I'm planning to work with. They are the full sheets anyway, apart from that one. I also have my most recent, well, some of these are recent purchases. That one is just an extra sheet that I have floating around that needs using. I went to a shop while I was away over Christmas in America and picked up a few sheets of just random papers. I also picked up quite a lot of other stuff too, but we won't mention that. We certainly won't mention the bill. So they're going to just they're a bit random, don't go with anything, so I'm going to add those to this enormous pile. These are specialty papers, so I've got a sheet of vellum there, gold foiled hearts from the new Kiss Kiss collection, crepe paper, which is really yummy. That's the same collection, I think, Kiss Kiss, journaling cards, but they're die cut and got gold foil on and pretty and stuff. So those I just don't know what I'll use them for, so I figured I'll just put them in this Stash Bash kit and they'll have to get used. And then I've got 2 sheets of transparency. This is Alison Craft. That's a sheet of stars, obviously, as you can see, and some chevrons. Again, not quite sure what I'm going to do with those. I've struggled to use transparencies. Goodness knows why I bought them. And then I also have my current scraps bags. Now, I filled them up before I went away because I took them with me, which means that there's actually quite a number of whole sheets in there too. I'm not going to take them all out and go through them, but there's a number of scraps. You can see that there's quite a lot of partial sheets there, but they are, there's a nice gold one there, interspersed with a few full sheets, or quite a few full sheets, which are just random pages. They're not from any one collection. I think quite a lot of them have come out of my Studio Calico kits that I hadn't used. Some are just older papers that I've pulled out. But I normally carry around with me whenever I go to crops, which I do every week, I carry around just these 2 bags, have a number of whole sheets in, as well as a load of scraps, which I can then just rifle through and find anything in the right colour that I want. Oh, that's got to go. But these 2, I found these need just randomly to go into my scraps bag, and they'll go in there. It's a piece of vellum and piece of Chamel paper, and then I have a 6x6 paper pad also, which I bought abroad. I've used some of it already and just need to pull it apart really and use up the rest. So I count that as a scrap, even though it's for the full sheets. So that's paper. That's a lot of paper, but if we're going to make 50 layouts, we're going to need a lot of paper. Okay, so that's where I'm starting. Okay, then on to embellishments. Again, I've started with what came in those Studio Calico kits. I've just pulled out literally everything. I've got my number of alphabet stickers that came with. I would definitely add to that. There's some labels there, and it's it looks like a stencil, but it's actually cardboard. It's supposed to be used in the layout. And then there's small alphabet stickers in here too. Cork, tiny Chalk Studio ones, and some cork. Are they cork as well? Something like that. So they're smaller alphas. There's some frames, like they're chalk frames. I'm really not keen on the whole chalk thing, so they're going to be a challenge to use. Some labels. I've also got some Project Life cards, not very many, but a few there. Some tags and a random deer die cut. So that was in Studio Calico kit, as well as these embellishments, which is quite a number. So wooden veneer shapes, brads, clips, printable sheets to be cut out. There's vellum overlays, frames, stickers, more frames. They're like puffy geotags. Buttons, they're cork shapes, die cuts, more die cuts, buttons, chipboard shapes, more buttons, some cork frames, or wooden frames I think, but very thin, enamel dots, but shapes, and some pretty dewdrops. They are all from those kits, those Studio Calico kits that I haven't used yet. And these were the smaller embellishments. I separated that into medium size and small, that also came in the Studio Calico kit. They are things like, there's some sequins, they're triangle shaped sequins, little cork shapes, this and hello they say, is a flare badge, candy dots, more kind of candy dots type thing, massive bag of sequins there. These are resin flowers, quite pretty, and there's some sequins in there too. They're little clips, more resin flowers, they're paper clips, oh, fabric ones, fabric sewn, oh, they're a bit messy, so give those a glossy accent treatment. They are just little accents, aeroplane, can you see those? More resin flowers, they're like wood veneer shapes, but they don't look like they're made of wood. They're cork actually, they look like they're sticky too, which is useful. More sequins, some more little clothes pegs. So they're all the small embellishments that I've pulled out of that those Studio Calico kits too. Okay. Oh, I've also found some leftover embellishments that I want to get used up. Actually, that's a brand new packet, not opened. They're transparencies. God knows why I bought those. And cork shapes, which are huge, and I'm struggling to use them because they're just too big. So I'm going to add those to my stash brushing kit too. These are the embellishments that came with that My Mind's Eye collection pack that I don't really like that much. Just a few bits in there. Some gems, big wooden shape, labels, some die cut shapes which are lovely actually. Hello there, handsome. So they're really nice. And then some stickers, like 2 lots of those doily stickers. Always love a doily, so they should be okay to use. So they're going in the kit too. And then, well, I will also add things like washi tape, ribbon, mist and ink, that kind of thing. But also, I have recently subscribed to a online embellishment kit. And I've got quite a few of those that I've barely touched. As well as a load of stuff I bought in the Black Friday sale. So they're all going to be in the kit too. I'll probably separate those all out. I've all got lots of different things in there, all useful stuff. I might save some of these and not use them in this kit, but they're going to be on hand to reach for if I'm a bit lacking. Not that I don't think I will be, considering the amount of embellishments that came out of Studio Calico kits. And then I have my current 2 embellishment packs that I'm using. What I do is I have 2 of these pouches, or I had little bags before I had these pouches, and I fill them up with embellishments that I want to get used up, and then I have to refill them when they get low with other things that I need to get used up. So cork cameras, for example, there's cork arrows there, half used pack of buttons, embellished clips, die cuts, they're Christmas themed, so probably won't use much of those, paper clips, twine, a little transparency with words, die cut words in there, enamel stars. So this is the stuff that I'm really trying in my own stash, not that I've pulled out from my Studio Calico kit, that I'm really trying to get used up and get finished. And then once this has depleted, these two pouches have depleted, then I get to refill them with more stuff. And that's generally what these two are generally the only embellishments I take to a crop with me, just to make sure that I get this stuff used up before I use up anything else. So they'll be my first things to go to, as well as the stuff from the Studio Calico kits. All the other freckled fawn things, the embellishment kits that I subscribe to, I'll probably keep those to one side and use them if I really struggle to use this stuff here, or if I need refills for my embellishment kit. So that's what I'm starting off as. There's a lot of stash here, an awful lot, but I am planning to do 50 layouts, so that's why I wanted to pull out a whole ton of stuff that I aim to get used up, or get most of used up, or make a very big dent in at least, by the end of 2015. So get rifling through your stash, find a load of stuff that you want to get used up. You can pull out old papers, new papers, the things you really like, mix in a few that you don't like, and together we'll get them all used up, or certainly make a dent in them by the end of 2015. Thank you very much for watching this video and for joining in with the challenges every month, and I'll be back soon with the first layer of the series.